before this video starts up, I want to go ahead and reiterate what I said in my last video. If you want to win a $25 Amazon gift card, I actually have it, I don't know where it's at right now. If you want to win a $25 gift card, go to my last video, make sure that you leave a like, subscribe, share it with a friend, and turn on the notifications and comment on that last video when you are done to win the $25 gift card. Now, if you are clicking on this video because you want a fantasy team or a good one, that's great. I think I did pretty good in my draft this year. I had the 6th pick out of 10. It's all my friends. We do it I almost do it every year. Didn't do it last year. So I'm going to go with the breakdown of who I took with the 6th pick. So on my very first pick, I took Mike Evans. And I'll put a picture of all of my players like somewhere like right here. Pop Mike Evans up now. Okay. Cool. All right, so I took Mike Evans. I think he is a talented wide receiver. I had him on my team last year. He did amazing for me. He gets targeted a lot, and he's overall just a great player, in my opinion. With my second pick, I took another wide receiver because wide receivers are core for your team to be good. You want a good wide receiver on your team because in my fantasy league, you would need 3 wide receivers, and they get you a bunch of points, and if one of them goes down, you need to also have good backups, which I'll get to later. So I took Michael Thomas with my second pick, and he's going to, I believe, will be really good. He's ranked like 15th overall in fantasy for like overall players. So I got him with my second pick, so I think that was a pretty good pick for me. You know, he's good. I wanted wide receivers. I want to make sure that I go out and get what I think will be someone who's going to produce. I'm not going to draft someone with my second pick. Even though some people might say take a running back. This year I took wide receivers because that was the best available in the draft that I'm doing. So if that's what you want, then. With my third pick, I took Tom Brady. And the reason I took Tom Brady, some people don't take quarterbacks that high, but it was Aaron Rodgers went the pick before mine, and Tom Brady's, to me, the best next quarterback in the league, if not the best quarterback. They score tons of touchdowns every game, and he's the greatest of all time, if you ask me. So Tom Brady, guys, if you're going to take a quarterback that early, I suggest take him. You might want to take a running back that pick if Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers is already gone. That's just in my opinion. With my fourth pick, I did take a running back. I took Ty Montgomery from Green Bay. And my reasoning behind Ty Montgomery, he's a great running back, but can also catch. So for fantasy, you want as many points as possible. So he's also can catch you touchdowns, but at the same time, he's going to run for them. So he's going to be in the game most of the time. He's going to be doing something. So Ty Montgomery, to me, is a amazing pick. Great running back, can also catch. That's, to me, a no-brainer. With my next pick, I took Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon, he has the potential to be what I would say Ezekiel Elliott was last year. Now, you know, he was a freak at Oklahoma, so you got to think of that. He was crazy. He was just really good. So you could take him as he can be your you don't know, but there's still going to be great running backs to get for your bench players later on during the draft. So if you don't want to take him, I completely understand. He's just one of my guys I took a chance on this year. I figured, you know, let's go ahead. We can get something good out of this guy. So that's why I took him. So to me, he's a great pick. With my next pick, I took Davante Adams, and to me, he's ranked 42nd in the league. He's a wide receiver, so I went ahead and drafted my third wide receiver really early. But like I said, you need good wide receivers in order to win. You know, you need them. Like it's a fact. You need good wide receivers. And the reason I took him, he's projected to do extremely well this year, and he's also on Green Bay. So you got to also think Aaron Rodgers can throw really well. He's one of their top receivers, if not their best receiver. So he's going to be throwing it to him. Him and Jordy Nelson will probably split receptions this year, honestly, I think. So he's a good pick to take, especially if you can get him later in the draft. To me, great pick. I would say go for it. Honestly, shoot the gun if you have to. With my next pick, I took Kyle Rudolph, a tight end. You know, I was really surprised that he was still here at this time when I took him. But I'm extremely excited. I took him. I really believe he's going to be great. So 2 thumbs up for me. Tight ends normally for me in the past haven't been the greatest. Normally when I take a tight end, they struggle throughout the year. But to me, I think Rudolph has potential to be really good this year. Vikings have a good team. You know, everything's going. I just think this year they're going to go off. Vikings will be really good this year. They might actually be one of the best teams. I know they have a good defense, so that's a good pick if you want to take a good tight end around this. With my next pick after my tight end, I took Minnesota Vikings defense. And my reasoning for this is because people were picking defenses left and right. So like I said before, Minnesota has a really good defense this year. It's one of the best. Looking at stats, I've talked to a couple of my friends, and one of my friends even said they have one of the guys who has a chance to lead this year's league in sacks on their team, which is points for defense. You also have special teams to worry about. So special teams, they have a good special teams guy. They drafted one this year, and if not, they have Stephon Diggs, who's been in the league for a while now and done really good. So that's an A+ if you ask me. And after I took a defense, I decided I wanted to take Matt Bryant. So I took a kicker before anybody else did in my draft, and here's my reasoning why. I did this the same last year, and every time I've taken a kicker, they've won me games. Because some people don't even take a kicker, they'll pick one up, or after the draft or something. I went ahead, I took one. Matt Bryant, he's great. Indoor, you got to think about that. He's going to be indoor, so there's not going to be a wind or anything in factor of that. And Falcons score a lot of points, so that's what you want. Because if he's not kicking field goals, then you want extra points. What are points? 1 point, 1 point, 1 point, whatever it is in your league. That's why I take a kicker before anybody every year, because I want a kicker who I know is going to make field goals and who's going to be good. So now that I've taken a full team, I've taken everybody. Like I have a full team. That would be like your starting lineup. At least that's my starting lineup as of right now. Let me get onto my bench. So my bench, my first bench player that I took was Adrian Peterson. Don't know if he's going to be good. Don't know if he's going to be bad. And I took him all out of spite of how good he used to be. So I took Adrian Peterson. You just don't know. He once was the greatest, so if he has those kind of numbers, great. The problem is New Orleans. New Orleans likes to split up carries. Him and Mark Ingram, and they probably have another guy. They're going to split up carries. So it's going to be hard to, pick from, like, is he going to run a lot this game, or is it going to be Mark Ingram's day where he's going to run more? You don't know. So I just went ahead and took him because he has the potential to be a really great guy. Another bench player I got. For my backup quarterback, I took Andrew Luck. And people are saying, he slept. He was a sleeper because he is hurt right now. So you don't know if he's going to be a great quarterback this year, because he might be injured for more than the year, even though they said he's going to be starting week 1. I went ahead, took him. I have Tom Brady, great quarterback for me at least. I went ahead and took him just for Tom Brady's bye week. If Andrew Luck is hurt all season, I'll just drop him. But he's great if you can get him really late for a backup player. I'm just going down the list now. Next player I took on my team, Corey Coleman, Cleveland Browns. He's a backup wide receiver. I mean, that's what you would expect out of him. To me, you never know with the Browns. They have a new quarterback this year, and Deshaun Kaiser. So he might be Deshaun Kaiser's favorite wide receiver, but to me, he's a favorite. He's good for a backup. So if you're going to try to take a wide receiver really late and not draft early wide receivers, I suggest get him. After that, I took Eddie Lacy. Eddie Lacy, to me, has the potential to be one of the greater running backs in the league this year, all depending on, he's going to be the man in Seattle. So he has the chance to be really good. So we'll see. I believe I'm an Alabama fan, so there's one reason I took Eddie Lacy, but I also think he has a really good chance to be good this year. I took O.J. Howard as well. O.J. Howard is a tight end. He played at Alabama. He didn't get much targets at Alabama, but Jameis Winston this preseason has looked to thrown to him a lot. So between him and Mike Evans, I think that might be their main receivers this year, even though I know he's a tight end, blah, blah, blah. He's a great tight end. If you didn't take a tight end throughout the draft, take him with like one of your last picks. He'll get you points. He's going to catch touchdowns this year. That's a fact. You know, after week 1, if he does better than Kyle Rudolph, that might be who you want to switch to if you take this exact team. My next pick, which would be my last pick, I took Kenny Stills. You know, he's had great years before. He's in Miami. He's going to get targeted. Cutler's good. Don't care what y'all say. He's going to be good in Miami. I think he'll have a great year this year, but he's also just another bench player. So overall, that was my team. I don't know what y'all think. If y'all have better suggestions, leave it down in the comment section below. And I'll reiterate it one more time. If you want to win a $25 gift card on Amazon, all you have to do is be subscribed, have your notifications on, like the last video, and like this video just because, please, and then share the last video to a friend and comment when you're done on my last video. Thanks guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this, and I should be back to normal videos tomorrow or the next day. Thanks.